I noticed something was off the moment I saw the turkey. It looked too perfect, like something out of commercial, golden brown and flawlessly symmetrical. It didn't look cooked, it looked staged. The garnishes were arranged like someone had spent hours rehearsing the placement. Everyone was too cheerful, too rehearsed. My wife's smile stretched too wide. My daughter's eyes sparkled, not with joy, but anticipation. I'd spent 13 Thanksgivings at this table. I knew the rhythm of real laughter. This wasn't laughter. This was the quiet before a storm. My glass of wine remained untouched. I watched the condensation drip slowly down the stem and soak into the tablecloth. No one noticed I hadn't said a word. No one asked why I wasn't eating. They were too busy pretending everything was normal until she stood up. She wore red, high heels, a necklace I'd never seen before, and certainly never bought her. She cleared her throat like she was about to make a toast. But it wasn't a toast. "We took a vote," she said, her voice steady. "You're no longer part of this family." Silence. Then a single clap. Another. My daughter was clapping. Then laughing. She reached across the table and handed me a set of papers, signed, notarized, divorce papers. Her hand brushed mine like a cashier passing back a receipt. Cold. Routine. My daughter's handwriting sat in the witness box, proud and permanent. "You always said family was everything," she said with a smirk. "Well, we disagree." I laughed. Not loudly, just a soft exhale through my nose. I reached beneath the table, pulled out a folder, and set it down beside the mashed potatoes. "You won't be needing this then," I said. She opened it. The scream that followed wasn't pain. It was terror. It started quietly weeks ago. The way she touched me like she was clocking out of a job. The way my daughter started calling me Mark instead of Dad. At first accidentally, then with a grin like it was an inside joke. But I wasn't laughing. There were the late-night phone calls, the locked phone, the deleted messages. She said I was paranoid. I wanted to believe her, because believing her meant the last 20 years hadn't been a lie. But lies don't erupt, they corrode. First, it was how her eyes flinched when I walked in, then forgetting my allergies. Then how my daughter would pull away when I hugged her like I was a stranger she tolerated. The turning point? A voicemail left by accident. Just 2 seconds long. Laughter, then a whisper. A man's voice. Does he suspect anything? Click. That's all I needed. The rest came easy. I stopped sleeping in our room. Said I was busy with work. She didn't protest. That told me everything. I hired a private investigator. Quiet. Thorough. He brought me receipts, GPS logs, hotel bookings, Wednesday afternoons, sometimes Thursdays. Her yoga class? Didn't exist. Her gym membership? Expired. He was younger, wore tailored suits, took her to places I'd never been invited to. Then came the texts. Sloppy. Code names that wouldn't fool a teenager. Screenshots. Schedules. Location pins. But the affair wasn't the worst part. It was a betrayal that followed. My daughter didn't just know. She helped, covered for her, lied to my face, told me Mom was running errands, at a seminar, at the store. They thought I was blind, but I wasn't. I was patient. I gathered everything. Bank transfers, credit card bills, savings funneled into hidden accounts under her maiden name. She was preparing to leave. Slowly, quietly. She thought I'd never notice. She thought I'd never fight back. She forgot who taught her how to lie. The folder I brought tonight, it held everything. Categorized, marked, unforgiving. I even included a copy of the prenup, her idea, signed 13 years ago, with clause about infidelity she insisted on back then. Irony's a funny thing. When she opened it, she went pale. Photos spilled across the table. Bank records, hotel logs, her name on receipts, and at the very end, a letter from my attorney detailing the divorce I had already filed. Her accounts frozen. The car? Mine. The house? Also mine. Custody of our youngest? Awarded to me. I watched her unravel. My daughter grabbed a few pages. Her expression shifted. She stopped smiling. That's when I spoke. You wanted me out. Played your hand. I turned to her. But I was playing mine, too. My wife reached across the table, voice shaking. Mark, wait. We can fix this. I tilted my head. You already voted, remember? She looked down. Please. I turned to my daughter. Did you read the clause? She didn't answer. Page 4, I said. Any participation or knowledge of the affair. Ground for disinheritance. You signed it. Her mouth opened, but nothing came out. I stood. No yelling. No theatrics. Just silence and control. You didn't just lose a husband, I said, looking from one to the other. You lost a father. Then I walked away. The air outside was sharp and clean. Honest, I drove with the windows down. No music, just the hum of tires on wet roads. She called 3 times. I didn't answer. My daughter called too. Blocked them both. I stopped at a roadside diner. Ordered black coffee, burnt bitter. The folder sat beside me, its job finished. Nothing left to prove. They tried to erase me. They just didn't expect I'd erase them first.